and welcome to today's class. I hope you had a good week and you are all ready to go and do some exercises. Today we're going to be working on the core and hips, so trying to mobilize the hips, open them, stretch them and so on. So a good combination of both, obviously a little bit of back, but it all works together really well. So if you have got any issues with your ankles, your knees, your hips or your back, please be extra careful or try and do the class another day if you don't think that it's going to work for you. So you will only need the mat and the ball and yourself and a drink, of course, and then we are ready to go. Just remember, if you don't have the ball, it doesn't matter. You can do the exercises to warm up standing or sitting on the chair, even if you wish. So I think that's it, and we are ready to go. So let's have a little warm up. Remember to start with your feet level with each other, keeping your tummy muscles engaged and focusing on your breathing as well. So, and you don't have to balance, you can just sit there and stretch those arms with the swimming movement. So this is a good one to, I always say this, but I'll keep saying it, this is a good one to warm up your body, just to get into the spirit of things, get your mind ready. Okay, we're going to do those backward circles, one arm at a time. Remember, those circles can be as big as you like or as little as you like, depending on your shoulders. Very good, and we are going to go forwards. So again, one arm at a time. And let's lift those arms over the head, and we're going to send one arm forwards, one arm back. So a little twist through the rib cage. And if you want, you can lift one of your legs as well. So try and sit as level as you can as you bounce up and down, unlike me. So no twisting or allowing the pelvis to slide. The upper body will twist, but not the lower. Great, well done, and we're going to change direction with those arms and then swap the legs if you've got that one lifted. Good, well done. One more and let's stop. So just check those feet again, level, put your hands in like a rein position, holding your reins, and let's twist that lower body. So push the button. Remember to not hold your breath if you are, and keeping your legs nice and relaxed as well. Great, well done. So a few more times again. And let's stop in the middle. Good job. Right, we're going to start with the pelvic rolls today. So pop your hands on your hips, make sure you sit nice and tall, and let's just tuck that tailbone under and then push it away from you. So you're rolling that pelvis backwards and forwards. The ball goes in the opposite direction. And again, make sure you are breathing. Lovely. So let's go twice more each way again. And then when you're ready, stop in the middle. Good. So we're going to do some circles. So if you could bring your arms in front of you, only shoulder height. Again, if you want to lift one of your legs, you can. Make sure that you are lengthened, so up towards the ceiling, and let's circle that ball. So about 6 circles. Good, and last one. And then we're going to swap those legs and circle around the other way. And last one. Good, well done. And then we're going to go side to side. So I'd like you to lift your arms up over your head, nice and tall. And again, if you want to lift one of your legs, you can. And let's move that ball side to side. So it's a little bit harder being in this position. If you struggle or your arms are hurting, just pop your arms to the side or sideways. To the side by your hips, I mean. So not touching the ball, but closer to the ball. In this position, make sure you don't end up slouching, so stay nice and lengthened up towards the ceiling. And let's swap those legs. If you have got your feet on the floor, just carry on. Good. Well done, and then once more each way. And then stop in the middle. Well done, good. So we're going to do a little roll down sitting on the ball. So just stretch your feet forward a little bit, have them wider apart. We're going to roll forward as normal, as if you were standing up, then roll up, and then when you come up, circle those arms round. So it's the same as standing up. So if you prefer doing this standing up, you can, of course. So we're going to do 4 of those. So take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, bring the chin to your chest, and then bone by bone rolling down, and then stretching forward down towards your toes. You can then try and straighten your knees. You should feel a big stretch at the back of your legs and your back. On the next out breath, we're going to start rolling up. Breathe in as you lift your arms, and then out, circling them round. Good. And 3 more. Breathing in and out. And 2 more. Good. And last one. And one last circle. Brilliant. Well done. Okay, we're going to stand up and then do side bends. We're going to have the leg on the ball. For some that might be a little bit tricky, so if you find that difficult, you can put the leg on the sofa or a chair if you've got some next to you, or you can just do the side bends standing without having the leg or anything at all. I like this one because it just gives a good stretch for the inner thigh on that leg that's stretched on the ball, and also opening the hip nicely. So I've got my left leg on the ball, hips are facing forward, the rib cage is facing forward as well. Make sure the upper body stays level with the lower body, and then we're just going to lean towards the ball. So you can put a little bit of pressure on that leg that's on the ball and stretch towards the ball, but try not to push the hips away from you. So try and stay standing on that right leg and lean towards the ball, not away from it. And then we come back. So we're going to do this 4 times, and then we'll swap the legs. So take a breath in, breathing out. Back on the in breath. And 2. And 3, try and get a little bit further each time. And last one, 4. And then back. Well done. Good job. Okay, swap the legs. So make sure you are safe, that you can't lose balance. And let's go to the right. So 4 times as well. So just find the right position, make sure the hips are facing forward and not twisting towards the ball. So let's go, take a breath in. Breathing out. And 2. 3. And last one, 4. And back up. Well done. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to get onto the floor. We're going to do a couple of exercises kneeling in front of the ball. So I'll just give you a little time to adjust. If you are a bit sensitive kneeling on your knees, you can always put a little towel folded, or a little blanket, or even a pillow just to pad your knees out a little bit. So we're going to be kneeling in front of the ball like so. So the first exercise will be leaning on the ball in a plank position and go for leg lifts. So that's quite challenging for the core, and also obviously lifting the legs for your balance. So have your hands in front of you on the ball. So the ball is touching your legs. We're just going to roll forward. Make sure you don't bend forward like this. So keep your abdominals engaged, keep your whole body straight, and just put all of your weight onto your elbows, like so. So this is your starting position. We don't stick the bum out or drop the hips down towards the ball. So make sure you are like in a plank position. So from here we are then consciously squeezing those toe muscles, and then lift one of the legs off the floor like this, and then back onto the floor. When you do that, it's really easy just to allow the back to arch. So make sure that when you do lift the leg, you don't let go of those core muscles. Let's do 4 on each side. So take a breath in, breathing out, extend your right leg, in on the way back, and let's go for the left one. Keep those tummy muscles engaged, and 2, and left one again. Just check your position, make sure you're not lifting that bum, and 3. And I can't remember if I said 4 or 5. I'm going to go for 5. Good. And let's do one more on each leg, unless you've had enough. Well done. And last one, keep those toe muscles engaged. And back. Well done. You can just roll back and have a little stretch. I've seen have slipped away. So sit on your heels, just stretch those arms. Give your back a little stretch as well. Good. And then we're going to go for one more exercise, and this one is a ball roll out. So you're going to have your hands on the ball in front of you again like this. So we're going to roll forward like we did, and then we're going to roll back as well. So that's a tricky one in a way that it is easy to cheat, because you would be tempted to just flex forward from your hips. So we need to keep that body nice and straight and use just the abdominals to pull ourselves back. So put your hands on the ball in front of you. You're going to roll forward into the plank position. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to roll back up into that nice straight position. What I don't want you to do is do this and then do this. That doesn't really work the core muscles. So make sure you stay nice and straight in that plank position. Again, we're going to do 5. I definitely say 5, so 5. So take that breath in, and let's go. Breathing out on your elbows. Breathe in and out. Squeeze those toe muscles. Roll yourself back up. It's a good one for your arms as well. And 2. And back. And down again. That's 3. Two more. And back. And we have one more to do. 4. 5. Gosh, sorry. But it is 5. And up we go again. Well done. Good job. Really good. So we're going to have a little stretch over the ball. So I would like you to sit on that ball. Sit on one end of the mat, or just and sliding here, so I'll move the mat. So sitting on that ball, we're going to walk forward until your head and shoulders are supported by the ball. So just walk yourself forward nice and slow. Make sure you can't slip, so be really careful. So this is your position where you can stay in, or if you wish, you can just stretch yourself over a little bit, just stretch your legs, and then we're going to float those arms up and over a little bit. So this will stretch your abdominals, but your arms as well, and all those muscles just here on the side. If you can't stretch your arms like this, you can put them out to the side. This is just as good. So if you can straighten those legs. You get a really good stretch in your hip flexors. Just make sure your head is not hanging off the ball. It needs to be on the ball. And then just getting those arms as low as you can to the floor. But be extra careful. So if you're not comfortable, just bend your legs and be supported in that position. Okay, and then very slowly we're going to roll back, so bend your knees if you haven't got already. You can just curl your chin to your chest, support yourself on the ball, walk yourself up into that seated position. Great, well done. So we're going to get onto the floor. You can move the ball out of the way. Let's hope it stays there, probably won't. Okay, so we're going to get on all fours here. So this is where I'm going to start working on the hips. First of all, we'll do the cat stretch to stretch the back. And then we have got a couple of exercises for the hips. So make sure that you've got those knees under your hips and then hands under your shoulders. And then we're going to start with a pelvic tilt first of all. So you're going to tilt that pelvis back, tuck your tailbone under, and then you arch that back up to the ceiling, bring the chin to your chest. On the next out breath with your abdominals still engaged, you tilt your pelvis forward. And arch the back the other way. So extend your back so you can look up, lift that chin up. And again, 3 more. Brilliant. Well done. And then once more each way. When you finish, let's just go briefly into the child's pose. Give your arms a little rest. Great. So let's just sit back for a moment. So let's get back on all fours, and we're going to do a side tap with the leg. So it's a tap where you tap the leg to one side and then across to the other. So you need to extend your right leg. Make sure you're not lifting the leg up, so you are just nice and level with the floor. We're going to tap the leg to the side, back up, and then across to the other side. So we don't want to twist the pelvis like this. We want to keep the boxes, that's your rib cage and your pelvis, nicely in line with each other. So really focus on keeping those abdominals engaged to support you really well. We're going to do 5 on the right leg and then 5 on the left one. So squeeze those toe muscles, extend your right leg, and let's go to the right, back up, and to the left, and 2, breathe out to the side, in on the way back, and 3, 4, and 1 more, 5. Great, and let's swap those legs. So extending your left one, let's go with the left one out to the side on the out breath. and 2. 3, 4, just keep checking those abdominals, and last one each way, 5. Brilliant. Bring the leg back, sit back on your heels again. Well done. Okay, so we have got one more exercise. That's definitely going to work your hips. We're going to keep the leg bent and lift it out to the side. So we have done this before. It's a little bit awkward, but again, it's a great one for your hips and for your core stability. So you'll have to really keep your tummy muscles engaged, not in order not to twist. So we're going to start with the right leg. So the right leg as it is, you're going to lift the leg up out to the side and then back down. Make sure you don't just twist the knee, you need to lift the whole leg, including your calf. So the whole leg comes out to the side and then back down. So we're going to do 5 on the right, 5 on the left. So squeeze those tummy muscles, keep your back nice and neutral position. And let's go. Breathing in. On the out breath, lift up. And back down on the in breath. And 2. As high up as you can without twisting that pelvis. 3. 4. And last one, 5. Well done. And then we're going to swap to the other side. So left leg out to the side. So just check that you are hip width apart with your knees. And let's go. And 2. And just compare how wide or how easy or difficult it feels compared to the right one. 3, 4, and last one, 5. Brilliant, well done. We're going to go into the child's pose, but I would like you to open your knees nice and wide and stretch again. Brilliant. So we're going to, you'll be surprised, we're going to do the plank now, just to get it out of the way. Some of you have said that you like it sort of at the beginning rather than towards the end, so we will get it out of the way. So we're going to do plank on our elbows and just go for leg lift. So the legs are going to be going up and down. We're going to do 10 on each leg. So let's go for it. On your tummy, on your elbows. Make sure those elbows are just under your shoulders and you are not holding onto your hands. So have your hands nice and flat in front of you. If you've been holding your hands together, it's quite difficult to separate them, but I promise you, you will get used to it and it makes you work hard a little bit more. So let's go for it. Lift up into the plank, engage those tummy muscles, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. Keep those legs nice and straight. And 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, 10. Well done, brilliant. Okay, so just stretch the back one more time, and then after that we're going to go onto the side. Lovely. Okay, so let's go on to our right side. So just have a quick drink. So we're going to start in a side plank. And we'll do the climb. If you find this too difficult, you can just stay in this position. You don't have to come up at all. If you do want to come up, make sure that your heels are in line with your bum and you've got that elbow under your shoulder. So I'm just going to lift those hips off the floor, keeping your knees on the floor. We're going to do the climb. So on the out breath, you're going to open up the top leg, back on the in. Whichever way you do this, make sure that your pelvis is not rolling backwards and forwards as you are opening the leg. So we're going to do 8 on the climb. So on the out breath, lift up those hips, squeeze those core muscles, and let's go. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 more, 7, and 8. Well done. And let's lie down. Completely lie down. So we're going to bend the top leg, bring it forward, and the bottom leg underneath will be nice and straight. So we're going to do the bottom leg lift. So on that bottom leg, make sure you bring your toes towards you and you keep that leg really, really straight. Make sure that your hips are not sort of rolled forward, so the pelvis should be facing up towards the ceiling. Keeping those toe muscles engaged. We're going to lift that bottom leg up on the out breath. So 8 times again, and make sure you really keep that leg straight and you lift from your inner thigh, so not just sort of curling the ankle up and down. So take a breath in and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Great, well done, really good. Okay, and then we have one more exercise on this side, in a side plank again. So we're going to be doing the knee to elbow movement. So again, you can do this on the floor with your hips on the floor, so you'll have your arms stretched over. You're going to bring the knee to the elbow. Now remember, when you do this, this is not a crunch, so I don't want you to be sort of closing your body and opening. Keep your whole body straight. Only move the arm and the leg, so don't be tempted to sort of crunch forward, even if you are in a plank. So if you are in a plank, this is your starting position with your arm up and over, and we do 8 of those. Let's go. Take a breath in. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Great job, well done. Let's come down. So I would like you to lie down on the floor, bring the top leg forwards again. We're just going to do a little bit of upper body stretch. So bring that upper arm forward, keep your top knee on the floor, and then as you breathe out, you're going to roll over, lift that arm up and over as far back as you can. And then back again on the next out breath. So let's do 4 of those. Breathing out. And 2. Make sure you don't lift that knee off the floor. 3. Back, and then one more time. 4. Lovely, well done. Okay, we're going to swap sides and do the same exercises on the other side. So first of all, we go into the plank position and do the clam. So make sure those heels are in line with your bum. Proper position for your elbow. Let's lift those hips off the floor if you're doing that. And let's go 8 times for the clam. So on the out breath, open the leg up. And 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and last one, 8. Well done, good. And let's come down to the floor. So pop your arm under your head, bring the top leg forward. Again, make sure that the pelvis is level. Pull your toes towards you on that bottom leg, and let's go for a lift. On the out breath, lift up. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Brilliant, well done. So we go back into the plank position, or you can stay down on the floor, but just make sure that the ribcage is lifted. So we go into the plank and bring the elbow to the knee. 8 times, so arms go up and over, lift the leg up, and let's go, breathing out. 1, and 2, 3, make sure you don't crunch, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8. Great, well done. Back down to the floor, and we bring that top leg forward and go for the chest stretch. So 4 times again, take a breath in, breathing out, up and over. And 2, 3, 4, and last one, 4. And back. Brilliant, well done. Okay, so from here we're going to roll onto our tummy. So the first movement we're going to be doing is going to be leg taps. So this is where you lift both of your legs off the floor and just tap them together. Short, little, sharp taps. So this is just to coordinate both of your legs to make sure that they both work at the same time. And also it is a good, like a leg aid, so a tiny, subtle little aid. Obviously, if you're not horse riding, it doesn't matter. It's still good to get those legs working together. It's great for your back and the back of your legs. So we're going to be lying on our tummy with those hands under your forehead. Shoulders need to be nice and relaxed, so make sure you're not tensing them. And then you're going to lift both of your legs, pull the toes towards you, and then just gently tap the legs together like so. Make sure that those tummy muscles are really engaged, otherwise you will feel it in your lower back. You will feel that anyway, but it should not be hurting. If it is, either engage your core muscles more or don't do the exercise if it's too much. Okay, so let's go for it. We're going to do 2 sets. I'm going to be counting to 5, so 5 big breaths. Let's get ready. Lift those legs up, toes towards you, straighten your knees, and let's go. 2. Shoulders relaxed. 3, 4, and 5. And pop the legs down. Well done. Have a little break. We'll do this again in a minute. Okay, let's get ready. Lift those legs up. Toes towards you. Let's go. And 2. 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Pop those legs down. Good job. Going to stay in this position. We're going to go for a bent leg lift. So you're going to bend your leg, again pull those toes down, and we're going to be then lifting the leg up and down. So make sure that you, again, keep your abdominals engaged, and then when you lift the leg up, it needs to go directly up to the ceiling, not out to the side. So just be extra careful about that. It's not a massive lift, so don't worry if you can't go too high up. So we'll do 5 on the right leg, 5 on the left. So keep those shoulders down. Take a breath in, and let's go pushing through the heel. 1, and 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Good, well done. And then let's swap those legs. So you're going to bend your left one, toes towards the floor, heel up to the ceiling, and let's go. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Great, well done. Okay. So, last exercise is going to be the dart. So this is where you got your arms by your hips, but we're going to go side to side. So forehead on the floor, you got your arms by your side. So in a normal dart, you lift up, rotate your hands towards your hips. So this is your starting position. Once we are here, we're going to then reach down towards the right knee, back to the middle, reach towards the left knee, back to the middle and down. When you do this, make sure that your ribcage is just gliding from side to side. So as if you do side bends like we do standing, we don't want to be rolling from side to side like this. So your head will follow that movement, and literally it is just thinking about reaching down towards the knees. So we're going to do 4 of those. It's quite a tough exercise. So you'll lift it up, go side to side, and then back down. So let's go for it. Eye gaze to the floor. Palms are facing up. On the out breath, we lift up. Abdominals are engaged. Turn your hands towards your hips. Eye gaze to the floor. Let's go to one side. And the other. Keep those shoulders low. And down. And 2. Sideways. Keep your legs relaxed and on the floor. And down. 3. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 1. And down. And last one. Up. And sideways. And sideways. And down. Well done. Bring those hands forward. Let's go into the child's pose. Stretch your back. Very good. Lovely. Okay, so finally we're going to lie down on our back and then just do a few movements on our back. So We're going to start, I know we keep doing it, we're going to start with the pelvic tilt. After doing lots of back exercises, this is a good one to really nice stretch for the back. So feet hip width apart, eye gaze up towards the ceiling, shoulders are relaxed. And then when you're ready, nice and slow start rolling the pelvis towards you and then away from you on the in-breath. And out-breath again towards you and in. And 2 more each way. Good, and then back into the neutral position. Lovely. So we're going to go up into the shoulder bridge. In the shoulder bridge, we're going to lift one of the legs into the tabletop, stretch it away, bring it back, and then roll down. So I'm going to show you, it's easier to show than explain. So normal shoulder bridge, you squeeze your left bum cheek, lift the right leg into the tabletop, extend it, bring it back to the tabletop, bring it back down, and then we roll down, and then repeat the same on the left leg. So we're going to do this 4 times on each leg. Again, if you struggle, you can just go for the tabletop and then back down. Make sure you breathe. Make sure you always keep the squeezed opposite side. So if you go up and then you extend your right leg, you need to squeeze your left bum cheek. So that's why you support your pelvis. But your abdominals are the main ones to keep you lifted. So let's get ready and go rolling up. Breathe in. Out as you lift the right leg. Extend. Out. Down on the in-breath. And roll down on the next out-breath. And up again. Squeeze the right bum cheek. Breathe out as you lift the left leg. In as you extend. Out. In on the way down. And out as you roll down. Good. And 2. Squeeze the left bum cheek. And down again. So if you move, if you time your breathing correctly, it works really well. Breathing out, coming up. So try and keep that pelvis nice and level when you lift that one leg. And rolling down. Good. Okay, and a couple more times on each leg. Roll up. You can really practice your shoulder bridges here. And make sure your feet are always returning to the same place, so they should not be going to the middle to help you. Right bum cheek, left leg up. Keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed as well. We are nearly there. 1 more on each leg. Rolling up. And down, and then last one on the left leg. And roll down. Well done. When you're down, stretch those legs away, stretch your arms over your head. Very good. That was a tough one. Okay, so for the next one, we are going to go for a leg opening. So it's just simple exercise, but again, you still have to work your core muscles. So you're going to bend your knees. We're going to bring one of the legs into the tabletop and open it out to the side. So again, great exercise for the hip, but also your core muscles, because you have to keep your pelvis nice and stable without tensing your upper body. So just check that your core muscles are engaged. We're going to lift that right leg into the tabletop. As you breathe out, you're going to open that right leg out to the side, including your ankle. So make sure you don't just twist it out. Bring it back on the in-breath and then back down. So with this one, it looks easy, but remember the other leg should not be going the opposite direction, or the pelvis rolling over all the shoulders, lifting and tensing. So we're going to do 5 on each leg. We're going to, we'll do 5 on one leg and then 5 on the other. It's a little bit easier. So let's go for it. Just keep checking your core muscles. On the out breath, lift that right leg up and out to the side. So no twisting the leg. Take the whole leg away and then bring it back to the middle. 1. Keep the left leg really still and focus on squeezing your left side of your waist, because that's the side that's holding your pelvis nice and level. So really focus. You can put your left hand on your sort of that gap between your left hip and your rib cage to make sure those muscles are really working. And 2 more. And last one. Great, well done, and bring that leg back. So we do the same with the with the left. So you can pop your hand on your right hip, or just that gap between the rib cage and your hip. Let's lift that left leg up. Relax the shoulders. Let's go to the side. Squeeze the right side of your waist. Keep the right leg nice and level. And 2. 3. So really be conscious about squeezing here, the right side. 4. And last one, 5. Well done. Pop the leg down. We're going to bring both of the knees to the chest and have a little stretch. Well done. So now we're going to go for a little abdominal exercise, single leg stretch. So both of your legs will be in a tabletop position. We're going to do 5 stretches on each leg, and then we're going to hold the position, so don't just go collapsing down. So the movement we're going to be doing is this. You're going to bring your legs up, lift your upper body up, chin to the chest. You're going to pull one knee towards you as you breathe out, breathe in as you swap, and then out, going with the other leg. So when you finish, we're going to hold this position on a count to 10. So if you struggle with the legs lifted, you can just do one leg. So one leg on the floor, lift the other one leg, and then you can just go pulling towards you, stretching, towards you and stretching. So 5 times, and then you're going to swap. You still have to use your core muscles, so don't worry about keeping that leg on the floor. So let's go for it. Lift those legs up. Tummy muscles really engaged. Watch your back. Curl up. And let's go. 1. Keep those tummy muscles really drawn in. They should not be popping upwards. And 2. 3. 4. And one more each leg, 5. If your neck is hurting by now, to hold, you can just pop your hands behind your ears like this. So let's hold the position for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and turn upper body back down first, one leg at a time, and nice big stretch. Very good. Whilst you're stretching those legs, you can just gently roll that head from side to side to release the neck. Good, well done. We've got a nice little exercise, last one to do before we do a little bit of stretching. So we're just going to do simple hip circles. So this is not too difficult, this is just to mobilize the hip joint. So feet are hip width apart again, keep those two muscles lightly engaged. We're going to lift the right leg into the tabletop. Imagine you've got a pencil in your knee and you're drawing a circle on the ceiling. So make sure you're not just twisting the leg. As before, you need to take the whole leg away and then back to the middle. We're going to do 5 circles each way. When you do them, you do half a circle on the in-breath, half on the out. So focus on keeping that upper body really relaxed, and let's go. Remember, the left leg needs to be completely still, so your abdominals are still working here. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the other way around. 1, 2, 3. If you can hear some screeching, that's Annabelle being excited about something. 4, and last one, 5. And pop that leg down, well done. So we'll swap to the other one. Check your abdominals, check the pelvis being level, shoulders relaxed. Left leg goes up, and let's go. So just make sure that the pelvis is not rocking left and right as you do that circle. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we go the other way. 1. Remember, this is the whole leg that moves, not just your knee. 2, 3, 4, and last one, 5. Great, well done. Pop that leg down. Good job. Okay, we're going to have a little stretch. We're going to do the stretch where you cross your ankle over your knee. Now, I've mentioned before, if you struggle to pop your legs under, you may want to use a little towel, tea towel, or a little blanket or sock or anything to put under your knee to be able to lift that leg up. If you can't do that, if you can, just use your hands. So you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee, and then bring that knee, put your hands under your knee, and then just pull that knee gently towards you. So just keep that upper body relaxed on the floor. And the weight of that left leg in your arms is enough to stretch. I'm sure you'll feel it around the outside of that right hip. So this is, if you can't reach under your knee, you can put something under to just pull it towards you. So hopefully the stretch that felt quite tight to start with is releasing a little bit the longer you hold it. This is the alternative to the pigeon stretch that we sometimes do on the front. Okay, we're going to untangle the legs, keep hold of your left knee, pull it towards you and slowly straighten the right leg. Remember to keep breathing nice and slow, deep breaths, allowing your body to relax. And then we're going to bring that left knee across the body to the right. So the right hand on the outside of your left knee. Pull that knee across to your right, stretch your left arm to the side, turn your head to the left. Keep the left shoulder blade on the floor so you just feel the stretch across here and hopefully on the outside of that left leg. And then slowly back to the middle, and then we're going to swap those legs. So bend your right knee, cross your left ankle over that right knee, hands under, and let's stretch. Well done, good. I hope it feels a little bit easier. I know it's not the nicest, but it's really good for the hip. So it opens the hip and it stretches the muscles on the outside. Okay, we're going to untangle the legs. Pop your hands on the top of the right knee, stretch your left leg away from you. Great, well done. And let's cross that knee across to the left. Turn your upper body to the right. And then back to the middle. Bring both of your knees to your chest. Bring the chin to the knees. Well done. From here we're going to roll onto the side and sit up. Now if you've got that big ball handy, please bring it back again. And if you can lean it against something, that's even better. So if you've got the ball behind you or a chair, but just make sure it doesn't slide away. So something that's quite solid. So a wall like this is ideal. So we have that, or you can sit against the wall altogether. But I prefer the ball because I can get really the back nice and straight into it. So we're going to sit really straight. So push your back as much under that ball as possible, and you're going to bring your feet together like this. Your feet don't have to be too close to you, you can have them quite far out, it doesn't matter, wherever you feel comfortable. What we're going to do, have those feet together like this, and then just gently pulse the knees up and down like this. I'm not pushing them down, I'm just pulsing up and down. So again, this is a good stretch for the inner thighs, but also the hip opening. So even though you might be able to just do this, hopefully the more you do this, the legs will release and go a little bit lower. So I'm just going to do this for a little while. I'm going to be counting. So try and relax your upper body, have your hands on your feet and just gently tap those legs up and down. So as I said, if it feels a little bit tight to start with, try not to grip. So try and really focus on releasing and allowing those legs to stretch. So we're just tapping tiny little movements up and down. So with this one, it's important to really have the back supported, because if you're not, if you're sitting just in the middle of the room, you're going to be tensing in order to keep yourself straight. So this way you can relax everything and just purely focus on those legs. So I'm going to count to 5 breaths now. And 5. Well done, and stop pulsing. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see, but hopefully you can feel an improvement. So if you started higher up, hopefully those legs have dropped down a little bit. Keep them as they are. We're just going to stretch forward a little bit. So hands on the floor, your fingertips, and then on the out breath, you're just going to gently stretch from your back up and forwards, as if you want to lift up and fold yourself forward. You might not be able to go too far, but again, it puts a little bit more pressure on those hips and those inner thighs. And then roll up. We're going to do 3 more of those. And up. And 2. And last one. And back up. Well done. And just bring your legs together. Good job. Well done. So I hope you have really enjoyed that. I hope you have felt like working the legs. Let me know if you've been riding afterwards, if that's made any improvement. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here next time. Take care. Bye.